does the civil rights movement, leg warmers, and T-bowing have in common? Turns out, quite a bit. My name is Amber Vandenberg, and I'm here today to talk about movements. Now, what is a movement? It's more than progressing towards a goal or a cause. It's much bigger than that. It's simply moving together in the same direction. Now, whenever I ask most people about movements, I typically hear about the civil rights movement or the women's suffrage movement, both of which are great movements in their own right that have significantly impacted history. But what about great movements in art, such as that begun by Picasso, or the great movement in music, such as the rock and roll revolution brought on by the King? And what about those heinous years of leg warmers in fashion? Turns out that leg warmers actually do have a purpose: to warm the legs of dancers to decrease chances of muscle cramps and spasms. So, was there an influx of dancers in the 1980s? Hardly. But there was an influx of dancers in the 1980s cinema. Movies like Fame and Flashdance inspired people to go out and start this movement. Movements can begin so simply. So, how do we begin our own movement? Well, I'm here today to tell you about 3 key ideas whenever starting your movement. The first idea is pretty simple. In fact, it's very simple. The first idea is keep it simple. You see, what is the main difference between the campaign success of breast cancer awareness and lung cancer awareness? The lung cancer awareness campaign is called the Pearl Project, in which people wear pearls to support lung cancer awareness and research. It's all good and fine. But whenever I say breast cancer awareness, what's one of the first things that pops into your head? I was going to say, chances are, whatever it is, it's pink. The Go Pink campaign is one of the most successful campaigns in the nation, inspiring people from all over to go pink. From the NFL to fire engines to KFC buckets, the Go Pink campaign is such a success. And even though lung and breast cancer often, unfortunately, end in the same fatal result, it's a little difficult to put pearls on a fire engine or a KFC bucket. So simply, keep it simple. Now, whenever people do join movements, do they join for the cause or the involvement? There are plenty of causes without great movements, and it's hard to join. And there are plenty of great movements without great causes. Surely movements such as planking exemplify that. See, people join movements for the involvement. We are relationship machines, and we strive to be in a relationship, a part of a community, a part of something that's bigger than ourselves. We join for the involvement. Now, take heart. Before you grab your bag full of causes and walk out the door, we can use this idea to our advantage. Take, for example, the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. This was a movement in which people from all over the world gathered with their buckets full of ice, ready to pour them on each other's heads, many not knowing what ALS was. It was only after this movement that many people, including myself, went out to research the disease that I had known as Lou Gehrig's. Another example would be the No Shave November movement, in which a bunch of men decided not to shave for the month. This turned into a worldwide movement where people learned about prostate cancer awareness. Another example would be the Kony 2012 movement, in which people decided to plaster pictures of Kony all over in order to build awareness about Kony. And surely Tim Tebow didn't imagine that he would be starting a movement of prayer whenever he got down on one knee. It was actually one night on television that I heard about T-bowing and decided, if he can make his name into a verb, then so could I. The question is, what verb, what movement would describe me and my family? It was then decided that Vandenbergs are known for asking a lot of questions, often why or why not. In short, Vandenbergs are known for going like this. Hence, the movement of Vandenberging began. It began as a social media campaign, slowly gaining 30 likes, which quickly turned into 100, 200, 300, and I'm sure after today, reaching over 400 likes on Facebook, with people people taking pictures from all over the world, from India to Brazil to England to Canada to the World Cup to weddings to birthdays, anniversaries, graduations. Vanderburging is a thing. We have started a movement. Now, often people ask me, why start this movement? Which I say, why not? You see, oftentimes we don't know in which direction movements will take us. And that's okay, because the third key idea is to just do it. Sometimes we don't know in which direction, but we'll never know if we don't try. You see, I don't know in which direction Vanderburging will go, but I am confident that you all will like Vanderburging today and take pictures. You see, it's very simple to start a movement. The shroom is filled with brilliant minds that are capable of starting great movements. So, what does the civil rights movement, leg warmers, and T-bowing have in common? I guess they inspire us to start a movement. So what movement will you start today?